Good morning. I wanted to talk about creativity, creative type minds, and I want to talk about depression because I find that I know people who are depressed. I've been there, man, and I find that the one thing that keeps me from being depressed is having something to do. And then this gets into being creative and the creative mind. Not everybody is, seemingly naturally creative. I have a hard time believing and accepting that there are people or anyone that's just not creative at all. I feel like that seems like an impossibility to me. Like there has to be something that you can do. It might be not your typical thing. You might think it's not something you can do to make money, and that's fine. I'm not talking about making money through creativity. However, I believe that if you can be crafty and you put the time in on it and you get good enough at it, you can. There's always a way to make money. But if you're bummed out, man, and you are just sitting around overeating and not getting out of your own head, it seems like a dark hole that you can't get past. Then, you need some sort of outlet. You need to find something to do, something to get interested in. Like one of the worst things you could do is sit around and just watch a bunch of nonsense. And that's it. You're just locked into, I enjoy movies. I'll watch that stuff. It's fine. I need that from time to time for a break from what's going on in my mind all the time anyhow. Personally, I'm constantly thinking. I can't shut it off. And I have to produce something. And I'm very happy right now. I'm making the watch bands I've been doing and getting into that as a hobby has been a fun thing for me, and it'll be a way for me to bring in a few extra bucks as well. I got people, I know people in my own family, some of them, and I'm thinking of one person in particular, and she just keeps, it's not my sister, but she just keeps making bad decisions and getting loaded too much, and she's not getting out there figuring out something that she can do. And I think it doesn't help that she's surrounded by some people, and this happens to some people. If you're surrounded by people who are consistently reminding you of all the bad things that you've done, that's a problem, right? They're not even giving you a chance to be a better person. They're not giving you a chance. They're not able to see you making any kind of progress because they're still locked down on being hurt by what you did to their lives with your poor decisions. That's a thing. But you have to be able to communicate with those people. If you are genuinely trying to better yourself and try to figure something out for yourself in your life, and the people around you aren't allowing you to get to that point and be better, well, you need to sit down and say to them, hey man, I'm trying, don't you see it? But you better be trying, because one thing I know about a lot of people out there, you say you're trying, but you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing it. So you have to produce something. You've got to go out there and show. It's one thing to say to people that you're doing something, but they're looking at you, and if you are not doing it, you're just saying you're doing it, well then, that's on you too. So the depression thing, surefire way to get out of that, and it's not so easy. At first, it's not so easy. The steps are simple, easily understood things. And the best thing you can do is get your endorphins kicked into your brain. So you got to physically do something. You got to get up off your ass and exercise, man. Something. Get into a plank position, do some push-ups. If you can, if you're able, do some burpees, hang, do some stretching. Stretching is easy. Start with stretching. It's the easiest thing you can do. And breathe, learning to breathe. All right? Control your mind. When you are in a situation where you feel that you're angry or you're upset or you're emotional, and if it's possible in that moment, you got to recognize it. You have to take yourself to the side in your mind and say, why is this happening? Why did I just suddenly start feeling upset? Why am I suddenly depressed? Why am I suddenly anxiety ridden? Why am I suddenly angry? You have to identify what that thing is. And you have to, there's a thing in your mind at that point where I have to say, is that legit for this moment in time? Because what I find is the people that are depressed and anxious and angry and bitter, all that stuff, the thing that's in their mind that's doing that to them has nothing to do with what they're doing right now, right? They're supposed to be on task maybe, but now they started thinking about something that bums them out. It has nothing to do with what they're doing. Well, then push that thought out of your brain. It has no place being there right now. You have to take proactive measures in your own life with your own mind. You have to control. You can't let your thoughts just suddenly pop into your brain and bum you out, man. You have to identify what that is and then push it aside and focus on what's now, which is another reason why exercise and or being creative and doing something else can help you with depression. I don't care if it's knitting. I don't care what it is, man. I don't care if it's doing your fingernails or somebody else's. And almost anything that you can get into that helps you with your own mind to pull you out of that place is something that, if you enjoy doing it, you can work that right where you could probably make money at it at the same time. It might not be something that's going to make you a ton of money, but it's something, and it's always going to be better than nothing. It's always going to be better than sitting around doing nothing and just thinking about how upset you are all the time and all that good stuff. So, all right, I got to figure this out. Anyhow, I hope this helps somebody, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.